You know, Kadara ain't half bad. Nexus could learn a thing or two.
Why do you drink here instead of Tartarus?
This place has Umi. She gets me. Or at least she keeps pouring.
Who do you think the charlatan could be?
Anyone or no one. A lot of people would rather get behind a story than face reality.
I assume you have opinions about Sloane?
That's putting it lightly. Sloane switched sides, helped the uprising when she was head of Nexus security. I don't like Tan any more than I like her, but loyalty counts.
How does this place stack up to the Krogan colony?
Hard to compare. The colony's ours. It works for Krogan, but these exiles are onto something here if they can just get along.
Don't have too much fun.
It's early.
We really should have probably met Drac here for the first time, huh? That would have made some more sense. It's pretty common to meet BioWare party members later in the campaign on a regular basis, especially Mass Effect 2 in particular. Because this is a setting that seems to suit him. We probably see him as one of the people that got kicked out by Sloane, and he'd be out fending for himself out there, but being an utter badass with this crazy, like, bone armor that he's got going on. And, like, this all seems to be his element. And then we'd probably, he'd probably side with us to go kick Sloane's ass, maybe in a way that's kind of reminiscent of what happened with Rex, where he joined our party so that we could go take out the guy from Mass Effect 1 that I'm not remembering the name of right now. And like that was a little grudge thing that led to a friendship and so on and so forth. Instead, Drac's like, I'm on Eos and I'm shooting Ket, and I have no apparent resources or backup or place I live or anything, but I'm just standing here shooting dudes. And then like, oh, you seem kind of shitty, so I'm not joining you. He's like, what? Then like 10 minutes later, he's like, you're kind of badass. I guess I'm joining you. And then he's with you. And I'm like, what were you doing on Eos? How are you surviving on Eos? Did you have like a home on Eos? Where do you get your food on Eos? It's like, him being on Eos feels like nonsense compared to him being here.
That's boring. Let me get creative. Bet I can mix you something you'll like even better.
You look like you're waiting for someone.
That's my line.
You want a drink or a room?
Information, actually.
That'll cost you more than a round of drinks.
My friend's good for it.
Why is you owe me a heart? If you want to say you owe me, you have to be hitting on him? What?
You still owe me for the last time.
Fine. It was just a joke. I've got a bottle of Elasa I'm willing to part with.
What do you want to know?
Zia Cordier. She been around recently?
You mean your ex? Yeah, she was here.
There's so many romance options for this character.
You never mentioned Zaya was your girlfriend.
She's not. We drink together sometimes. I drink with a lot of people. Anyway, she was here?
Yeah, met with a Solarian. Shifty guy I'd never seen before. Maybe it was the charlatan.
Anything's possible. You overhear their conversation?
They were planning to meet someone at Spirit's Ledge.
Thanks, Umi.
Whatever. You didn't hear it from me.
If you check the meeting spot, I'll follow the collective lead. Doubt Zia was meeting the charlatan, but you never know.
Why am I always stuck with the hard work?
Because I'm the delicate one. Call me when you get to the meeting spot.
This character brought to you by Antonio Banderas. What else do we have, right? I probably need to meet up with Sloane up here. Yep. Ask Outcast Leadership. Wait, ask them about trouble on Kadara. Don't we already know about the trouble on Kadara at this point? I feel like we know about, like, all the trouble by now. Which quest is that exactly? That's just the one for... I can't highlight it because it's got an overlapping icon. Oh, this map. There we go. Yeah, this is just the quest where you set up your base after hitting 40% viability, which we did. So I'm supposed to ask them about, just ask the outcast leadership about just general trouble? We'll see. Maybe some sort of new information comes up, but I feel like we've already been introduced to the shittiness of Kadara. Why do we feel safer up here? Like, we don't wear armor up here as if we're safer, but we see people getting beaten and attacked all the time around here. I would keep my armor on.
No funny.
Not the time for space pajamas.
I have a proposal for you if you're interested.
Yeah?
You've handled your fair share of Ket. Hard to get far in Andromeda without running into them.
Yes, and?
When Sloane took over, she slaughtered the Ket who were here. There were mass executions, public. So people would know that Kadara was Ket-free. But there have been rumors of stragglers in the Badlands. If the tales are true, they need to go.
What exactly are the rumors about the Ket?
Ambushes, people disappearing, vehicles sabotaged, picked clean for parts. Could be feral local wildlife, sinkholes, Angara bullshit, but there's enough people saying Ket.
You said Sloane killed the Ket here. What happened?
The Ket had the port locked down when we arrived. They were shipping Angara off for who knows what. People were scared, but the place had potential. So we fought the Ket for it, and we won. You saw the decorations outside. That's Sloane making sure everyone knows she's the new power.
I'll think about checking out the Badlands.
Excellent.
I mean, that's where everything happens, so we'll be there inevitably.
We done? It's nothing but a you.
We got off on the wrong foot. Let's start over.
I know you had a hand in Venturev's escape.
There's no proof of that.
I don't need evidence to put a bullet in your skull.
Killing me would only cause problems. You've got enough of those.
Talk quickly.
What does the Collective have against the outcasts?
People always want what they don't have. The charlatans' thugs are no different.
Who do you think the charlatan is?
My guess, a group of people. It'd take more than one person to run that outfit.
You're not worried they're moving in on outcast territory?
If they make a play, I'm ready.
Helios isn't exactly hospitable. How did you survive after the Nexus?
We didn't leave empty-handed, but when supplies ran low, we were forced to get creative. I ordered hits on Ket convoys, traded with Angaran villages. They told me about Kadara Port.
You never got violent with the Angara?
Just the Rokar? Fuck those guys.
I looked you up. Head of Nexus Security, Alliance trained. Record shows a temper, but otherwise paints the picture of a loyal soldier. Why'd you switch sides?
Because I'm sick of serving assholes. I could have handled the situation on the Nexus, but Tam wanted a bloodbath. He brought in the Krogan without even asking me. New galaxy, same old bullshit.
You could have quit.
They would have died without my help. Not all exiles are criminals. Some of us just had enough.
I am pretty sure you're a criminal, though.
For non-criminals, you sure do kill a lot of people.
I do what I have to protect my people.
Down the barrel of a gun.
You know, Pathfinder, when I joined the initiative, I thought we could build a new society. A better one. But the initiative was just another empty promise. The only person I can count on to change things is me.
How did a human come to lead an Angaran port?
When I got to Kadara, the Ket were rounding up Angara like animals. It was a slaughter. My people put an end to it. Naturally, the locals were grateful.
And the heads decorating the spaceport? What's that about?
A warning
To the Ket?
to anyone.
So the outcasts. Give me the sales pitch.
The outcasts aren't for you.
Wow, no hesitation.
I handpicked every one of my crew. They've got either potential or history with me. You've got neither.
Addison said something similar. I'll prove you both wrong.
Addison and I agree on something.
I'll let you get back to it.
Pathfinder, Stay out of Kadara's business. This isn't your turf.
Sorry, too busy saving the planet and terraforming everything and completely changing the world around you, but yeah, I'll stay out of your business. It is funny having him being all judgy, like, down the barrel of a gun. It's like, that's literally all you ever do, Pathfinder, is solve all your problems down the barrel of a gun. Like, constantly. We're not, like, I was like, obviously they're hypocritical for being like her trying to say, like, we're not criminals, blah, 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 like, obviously you're criminals. But, at the same time, down the barrel of guns the wrong way to go if you're gonna try to make the moral high ground.
You okay?
None of your business, Inard.
Sorry. I didn't mean to pry.
That's all your kind does. Pry.
Living under Sloane, I can see why you'd think that. But we're not all the same.
You do look different from the others. Cleaner.
So what's troubling you?
My sister, Morga, works the pipes. Makes sure the port has filtered water. But she's been missing for 3 days.
Is Morga's line of work dangerous?
It can be. Kadara's water is highly acidic. Fixing a leaky pipe could result in major burns. But no one knows Kadara's filtration system like Morga.
Is it unlike your sister not to check in?
Extremely. We're all that's left of our family. The rest were murdered when the Ket invaded Kadara.
I'll keep an eye out for your sister.
Thank you.
Pathfinder, we could use the grates to scan the pipes at a safe distance.
You look different from the others. Cleaner. I was like, what? Everyone knows that your moral upbringing and how nice of a person you are is completely dependent on how clean you are. Even though cleanliness is usually a sign of richness or something, and it often means that you stepped on other people along the way there. Oh, look at all that blood. Remind me again of why we're going around with none of our armor on, as if this is a safe place. Oh, look, a body. Immediately.
Vitals are negative, Pathfinder.
Dead for 3 days. Fits the timeline.
And nobody noticed.
Better tell the sister.
Nobody noticed a body directly under the place where the other body was? This place is just a pile of bodies. Can I leave Kadara now? This place is awful.
You're back.
I found a body trapped beneath the pipes. I think it might be Morga.
I told her not to work alone.
Will you be alright?
I'll survive. I always do. Thank you.
Alright, well that's the entire quest. 2% viability. That person found where their family member died. So now we got 1/50th of the overall's planet viability increased. Woo, we're just making this up as we go along. Here we go. Yeah, I really stand by that thing I said about Drac. Like, it seems like this would be a way better place to meet Drac. It would add texture to this place. He could have like an ongoing, like, he could be directly integrated into the main story of this planet in a cool way, probably. And all sorts of things could have been done there. Instead, this is just it's a Mos Eisley, but without a Han Solo or any sort of major character to meet here. Let's just confirm. And that'd probably work best, having that kind of texture. Because then you're seeing this place through the filter of another character who has a different perspective than you, and is going around with you, and like so you have some friction between the two characters. One of the cool things that happens in Mass Effect 1 is when if you bring Rex with you, he straight up shoots that dude, and you don't tell him to. Like, he just does things outside of your command, and it's because he has his own agency and his own perspective. That could be mixed up in here. I don't need your goddamn customs facility. Blah. Get it. Alright, let's poke around now that things have been updated a bit. That's the meeting spot for the missing cargo. This is the two missing people. These are the people that wanted the body scans, right? Nothing new up there. That's the stuff that was there before. There's where the Ket might be. That's the major details. Alright. let's follow up on our corpse party. Where we definitely did not notice the people who were definitely dumping the bodies. Definitely. But who wants to bring people to justice? We'll just ignore those people that were clearly the ones dumping the bodies and direct, if not the only people behind this, some of the people behind the thing that we're specifically scanning.
Hi again. Do you have the locations of the victims? It's the only way to make sure justice is served.
Or you could give the data to me for a quick reward. Something real.
This is the most awkward moral choice jammed into a quest ever. Or give it to me if you want to be a dick, because I'm a dick. And meanwhile, she's all like, it's the only way to serve justice. Except for, you know, like, if you got those guys that you saw that were in the middle of the crime, if you could have stopped those guys, that would have served justice. But sure, we could, like, look at the corpses afterwards. That's just as good.
Someone has to be held accountable for these murders.
Thank you. A civilization is nothing without justice.
You're right, we should. We should hold somebody accountable for these murders. What if we, like, got people that were dumping the bodies and, like, arrested them or something? If only we could catch them in the act. Wouldn't that be interesting?
like, you just know some jackass was like, let's put that thing in there. It would be real funny if they were, like, trying to play off that they're dumping bodies, but that didn't even, like, think about how stupid that makes the entire quest seem retroactively when you freaking, like, it's like two teams not talking to each other or something. Like, no, but, like, the people that wrote this quest, I don't think at any point knew there was going to be, like, a dumb body dumping thing going on the other side of the screen, on the other side of the area, that completely invalidates the quest and makes it seem like it's written by a lunatic. Because it just, it's insane. I can't pick this up because we're in combat now or something? Is that what's going on here? Yeah, I can't save. I can't pick up this iridium now that I think was scannable a second ago. And I can't save. Now I can save. Can I do it now? No? Oh well. I thought I saw an icon on it a second ago. That's fine. Let's upgrade our skills. So many things are maxed out now. Okay. Not really interested in Shockwave. Let's see. This is the one that primes people for combo detonators. It's always around you all the time. Backlash is the... Yeah, this one seems like it just isn't... It creates a barrier. Going on the defensive seems like a weird choice most of the time. As a dedicated... Like, for one of my entire dedicated skills, I don't think I'd want to have a shield be one of my main powers. You know, this is an explosion around me. Does charge prime people or detonate? It detonates. So I can't, like, charge then Nova or anything like that for any detonation. So it's not completely crazy to go for Annihilation, so maybe I'll start putting points into that. The main point is just to get more points into Biotics in general. This is the one where I get a damage over time AoE around myself. So damage radius or recharge penalty. I mean, I would want to have my other skills be effective. I don't want to have to sit there and wait forever for them to come up. Enemies take more damage. Movement speed bonus just for everyone nearby. Enemies take more damage, definitely. There we go. How we doing? 156. 148, we're getting real close. And I'm level 31, so I can get that next rank of armor as soon as I find the chance. Betra. Maybe go further into turbocharge, since we have the perfect point count. Let's see, this is the one that gives you bonus firing rate, other bonuses. Let's give it duration. Make it count when they use it. Liam. I like a frag grenade. Let's go for pure damage with you. Alright, there we go. So right now we're following up on... Oh! Our Han Solo stand-in character dude, smuggler man, who I guess must be gay or something. Yeah, what if we deleted that character from the game?
That's really stupid.
Tasted alright. Until my throat closed up.
Whoop. I feel like, this might be more interesting if we took that character, deleted him. Ah, crap. I was in the wrong mode, so I was completely useless. There we go.
Like we missed the meeting.
Let's look around. Maybe Zia left something behind.
Feels like it'd be a good idea to just delete that character from the game entirely and replace him with Drac. And Drac becomes this character you're meeting with throughout the entire planet's plot lines until finally he ends up joining the ship when you're done here. That'd be interesting. But instead, they're like, we'll put him on Eos. How's he on Eos? What's he doing on Eos? He's in your party now. Have fun.
Here goes nothing.
Well, we didn't blow up. Good sign.
Check around. It must have...
Oops.
Done something.
And now we follow the line. And fight some monsters. Oh, that's actually pretty far away. Let's get back in you. Oh, it's a big guy. There he is.
Success. It's open. Nice work.
Oh, my helmet's back off. Weird. Why is my helmet back off? I thought it was on a second ago. Why was it on when I was in the middle of a system, but off when I'm not in this? When it was on when I was in the middle of a bar, but it's off when I'm in combat. I'm not really sure what's governing these changes. Oh. Oh, thank you. That guy alive? Get rid of him real quick. He's almost down. Whoop. Take him out. Got him? Got him. That whole thing locked up just to keep a data pad hidden.
Reyes, I found a data pad with what looks like a nav point.
Must be where Zia's hiding the cargo. Probably left that behind for the buyer.
Why not just tell the buyer directly?
Frequencies can be hacked. Dead drops are considered safer, especially for a big sale.
Did you find anything on your end?
The Salarian is a fence. No direct connection to the collective. My guess is Zia met him to find potential buyers. Let's follow up on those coordinates. I'll meet you there.
Whoop. He's gonna meet us there. I can't wait for when we have wacky hijinks again. Where instead of a gunfight, we're like, oh, what took you so long? I'm so snarky. He's right up here. Hey, we've been there before. We can get from point to point pretty quick now.
Install the Angaran satellites and destroy the search vessel.
That's why it feels like I'm dragging the little to the left.
Surrender peacefully?
And hey, thanks.
Less than 1%.
Dear Lord. It's like they decide, we'll take those things you were complaining about how the dialogue works in this game, and we'll just stack them on top of each other to make a new third thing to complain about. Because one, every single time I come back here, Sam and Ryder have the same conversation again about a quest I already did. And then also Vetra and Liam had a conversation, which we keep missing their conversations because they load up, they start playing before we finish loading into a zone. So we miss half the conversation anyway. But this time it was overlapping the stupid redundant conversation that I have with Sam every time I load into here. And so we couldn't hear either of them, and it was just shouting and noise. And this game's finished and working as intended, and it's a great game, and it's a worthy successor to the Mass Effect franchise. Is what I'm getting at, really. Hey look, it's the same monster again.
Someone beat us here.
I can't wait. Now I can fight two of them. That's extra exciting. How many times have I fought this exact monster on this planet already? Getting a little worn out. They could have done with more than like a couple of monsters for the entire game. The game even explains how many monsters are in it, because it's like, hey, here's a quest to get all 10, and the reasonable response to that is only 10? What? There's only 10 monsters. Not besides like the cat and stuff, I suppose. But even then, they have like a really limited roster. Ow. Ow. Awkward. Let's try that again. Owie. I let them group up on me, and they double hit me, and now they just don't exist. Okay. That's one way to win the fight. Die. Die so hard that the fight is retconned out of existence. Huh. I thought those two were scripted to be there, but it's just RNG.
It's empty.
What if this was all just some elaborate trick to get you here?
You mean there was never any cargo?
Bravo. I knew you'd figure it out eventually.
Zia.
You could never resist the big payout.
What can I say? I'm a greedy man.
That's why you don't have any friends. You're selfish.
Skip the small talk. Why'd you lure Reyes here?
He's been taking all the good jobs in Kadara. It's gotten more than my attention.
So what? The local smuggling union got together and decided to take me down?
Something like that.
Ah, shit.
Move in.
I like how there's 4 of us, and none of us drew our weapons. When, you know, by the way, she didn't draw her weapon. She's sitting there, no weapons drawn. We have several characters that are trained soldiers, and we're all like, I'm just gonna stand here while... cue the Benny Hill music. Everyone acts like an idiot in this game, and I'm going to kill them all, so that nobody can learn from their mistakes. Hey there. You're a sharpshooter. Really? They brought a sharpshooter to fight indoors? Are you serious? They knew where they were ambushing us. They had time to plan this. Wow, they sucked. There wasn't even a lot of them. There was just like a couple of them. And we just blew them all up real quick. They're stupid. She didn't even come in with her weapon drawn. She's like, I'm gonna monologue at you like a villain while you all stupidly don't draw your weapons either, even though you're all trained soldiers and I'm a threat. And you literally just was like, this is probably an ambush. I should sit here gawking and not do anything vaguely like what you would do when you think you're in an ambush. Dear Lord. Dear Lord, what are these characters and why are they all dumb? One of them's me. I'm playing as that character, and he's the dumbest. He might be the dumbest. I scanned a sniper.
I knew I wasn't popular, but I never thought the other smugglers would team up against me. Kind of flattering, actually.
You'd be smart to keep a low profile.
Discretion is my forte.
No, it's not.
All that effort and no credits to show for it.
There are a few less smugglers in Kadara. Think of it as thinning out the competition.
You and your silver linings, Pathfinder. I should clean up this mess. Zia was a piece of work, but it feels wrong to leave her out in the open.
That was weird. You should lay low for a while. That's my forte. It's like, no. The entire premise of this quest is how you fail to lay low, and everyone wants to take you out for being competition. That is the entire premise of the quest. It's literally it's all that's in the story. It's all it was, is you not doing that.